Hello, I'm Bernalillo County Commissioner Maggie Hart Stebbins, and I am pleased to welcome you to today's edition of Conversations with the Commissioner. Today, we're going to highlight one of the best things going on in all of central New Mexico today, the incredible success of the Albuquerque-Bernalillo County Community Schools Partnership. This is a terrific team effort among local governments, the local business community, APS, nonprofits, that's having a huge impact on learning in our community. The community school strategy is simple: connect students and their families with the resources they need to succeed in school and life. And I'm pleased to be here with our valued partners, Jose Munoz, Executive Director of the Community Schools Partnership, and Peggy Candelaria, an amazing community leader and currently principal at Manzano Mesa Elementary. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
for having us.
Let's start with the big picture.
Sure.
Jose, what is a community school?
So a community school, you take a school and it becomes the hub of that community, and you have a coordinator there, and they bring together educators, parents, community partners, and even students. And their main role is to implement and integrate supports and opportunities, not just for student learning, but also for stronger families and healthier communities.
Great. Principal Candelaria, so what's happening at the grassroots level? You know, you and some of your staff at Manzano Mesa have been recognized nationally for some of the innovation that you all are coming up with at your school. You know, tell us, what are you seeing on the ground level?
Well, at Manzano Mesa, as Jose mentioned, we really are and have transitioned to being the hub of the community. Our community members really look to the school, I think, first to get assistance. And before, it was only a place that sometimes was scary, and maybe a place that sometimes people didn't want to go because they may have had bad experiences in school. But now they know that it's a place that they can go and seek help. So there's a lot of really great things going on. I think one of the most powerful things is that educators, the teachers in the building and the ancillary staff, can actually focus on instruction and can focus on what the real job is, which is meeting the academic needs of all of our kids. And that's why we are a community school, so that you have the supports and you have the people around that are experts in those fields that can help us do our job, so that we don't have to spend our time and become exhausted by just taking care of the social needs of our students, their parents, their extended family. You know, we need help, and we need those people to help us accomplish our goals so that we can concentrate and focus on what we are experts at, which is educating kids.
What are you seeing? What are your teachers seeing? Families, students coming into class, what are some of their needs?
From our parents?
Parents and the family, the whole family.
Wow. That's a huge question. I have 750 kids at Manzano Mesa, so that means well over 1,000 parents. And all of those parents are different, and all of those parents have different needs. Some, it may just be as simple as, how can I help my child be successful in school? How can I help them do their homework? I don't understand the new math program. You know, I learned math a different way when I was in school, and there's different strategies now. How can I learn how to support those strategies and not teach them a different way that might actually hurt the process? So we have from that all the way to, I'm in a domestic violence situation, I'm homeless, I don't have any food, I don't have a job, I'm addicted to drugs, and I need help. They can't even get to the homework piece because there's so many other barriers and so many other things that are afflicting not only them, it's always going to trickle down and hit the kid. So it's a minutia of things. There's so many things. So that's our work, and that's what makes it difficult, is because there's so many different things. I never know what's going to walk in that day. I never know. So, you know, it's who can help us. You know, I may not have the answer. I can't be an expert in all fields, but let me direct you. Let me help you. Let me see what I can do. So it's so many different things. It's from, can you help me write a resume, to, I don't speak English, you know, do you have any support here? To, you know, my child is out of control and I don't know how to discipline at home. I don't know how to set parameters and barriers and boundaries for my own child. So it's from parenting, it's everything. It's so complex, so complex.
So Jose, I've been on the community school board for 6.5 years, And in the last 2 or 3 years, I've just seen a real blossoming of the community schools partnership and what we're able to do in the community. Can you talk about the growth and sort of what the picture looks like today?
Well, just realizing what Peggy said, I mean, people in your position realize that too, and sometimes it's hard to help what's happening on the ground. So ABC really formed for a joint power between the city, county, APS, United Way, and Albuquerque Business Education Compact, because they realized all these multiple barriers happening on. So what really happened with ABC and its formation and the growth over the past 3 years is the realization, like, how do we better utilize our existing resources that people are already paying for and direct them to these multiple venues, creating these multiple venues, giving schools the autonomy to begin to construct supports and opportunities for the multiple things that they're facing with their families. So the growth of community schools was really on 2 tiers. The higher level elected official and high level decision making tier, and having that realization, and those who are in the groundwork every single day believing in it and using every single venue, from the homework diners to the preschool co-ops, the clothing banks, as opportunities to build closer relationships with people. And so when you begin to blend those 2 worlds, we're really resource rich. We just haven't coordinated it the right way. And so the growth has been a learning process for folks at that decision-making level and for folks at the schools. And as they begin to learn in those 2 worlds right now, what I see is them combining. So the outlook of community schools in our community is very good because they're learning that.
And I love being a part of it. I think of all the boards that I sit on, the organizations I've been involved with, this is a true partnership. We have these very key partners, not just the mayor's office, but the city council, the Bernalillo County Commission, the business community, United Way, APS. It is a true collaboration, and there's not the usual push-pull, people wanting to take credit for one thing or another. There's really a joint commitment to helping children in this community succeed. Peggy, you're sort of the rock star, you and your school and your staff. Can you talk about just a few of the really great innovations that you and your staff and your parents have developed at Manzano Mesa?
Wow. Well, thank you for the compliment. Yes, we do have a lot of things going on at Manzano Mesa. One of the things is Homework Diner, which we started. And actually, I'm having it painted on our gym, home of the original Homework Diner.
Yes, I love it.
Yes, so we're really happy about that. And we've just discovered, in fact, yesterday, that it is now in 11 states.
Wow.
So we're really, and it's called Homework Diner. There may be little twists and turns, but that's just a huge compliment to the work that we do there. But it's basically a program where we are combining feeding families and actually helping with homework. And so it's just been one of those things where parents really feel like they're welcomed, and we're meeting lots of multitude of needs through that program. And also teachers can make a little extra money by tutoring, and so it's just a good deal. So we have that going. We have a multitude. I think we have most of the school that has the most after-school programs offered, and they're free to parents. So, how many of us are working parents? I know I am. I know Jose is. I know you are. So, sometimes we need help. We don't get out of work till 5. What do we do with your kids? So we offer after-school programs, before-school programs, all of those kinds of things, from STEM programs to physical activities to science. And a lot of those programs are really neat because on Friday afternoons, we have engineers and scientists from Sandia Labs that actually come and teach the courses for us. So I love to tell this story because I think it's hilarious. When we first started, there was a nuclear engineer that, no, it was an aerospace engineer, and he had a first grade science club. So he came, how's it going? How's it going? Well, he said, I think it's going well. He said, but it's really hard to keep those little kids in their seat. They really want to be running around, and they ask questions off topic. And, I really need some strategies on, how to deal with this age. And I said, yeah, education really is kind of like rocket science, isn't it? So there is that art and science to education that I don't think a lot of people really know until they're embedded in that. So we have them coming, free of charge. It doesn't cost us anything. I mean, what a gift. What a gift. So we have that. We have a Preschool Co-op, which is just phenomenal. We did some research with our parents, and our Spanish-speaking monolingual parents shared back that there was no childcare or daycare opportunities in the southeast area of Albuquerque where we are, that they could, one, afford, two, have access to, or they wouldn't let them enroll because they may not be documented. So it was a real problem for them. So we said, what can we do? What can we do? So we opened our parent preschool co-op. So basically, the mamas are actually training to become the teachers, and they bring their children. They sign up for a different day so that I'm here on Mondays and Tuesdays, but I can go get a job or do something on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I know my children are okay. And really proud to report that just last month, several of our moms actually got a scholarship to CNM through New Mexico Teach, and they received their certificate. So they're improving their skills and their economic viability, and a lot of them was the very first time they graduated from anything. And so what is the message that they're sending to their kids? So that's another thing. We have the food pantry. It's today at our school. So once a month we have Roadrunner Food Bank come in, and it's run all by parent volunteers or community members. And people can come and get food. We have backpacks that go out every Friday to students that we know aren't going to have food that weekend. So you walk down a hall on Friday afternoon, and one of the halls is just lined with backpacks. And we have parent volunteers, students from UNM, different people that come and fill those backpacks. I mean, we just have Watchdog Dads is another program that we started at Manzano Mesa. It was a national program, but it was started at Manzano Mesa, which is now at a lot of schools, where we're engaging fathers and father figures to become involved in their students' education in kindergarten. Because I know a lot of times fathers don't get involved until it's sports in middle school or high school, and then they want to be, start in charge of the booster club, and they want to be, all. You got to start way before that, So we're having the dads that come in there, Watchdog Dads. We have parent volunteers that are on our campus all the time. We have Helping Hands, which is a spin-off of PTO or PTA, which we started this year, and they're writing their own bylaws, and so every classroom has a team, the old strategy of a classroom parent, and then they're the helping hand, and then they come together as a board. We have a community school council at our school that's very, very successful and a model for a lot of other schools. They come and see it. So there's 2 governing boards at my school. There's the Instructional Council, which is composed of grade level leaders from every grade level and ancillary staff, those kind of people, and administration. And we take care of all the instructional decisions and aspects at the school. The other lane is the Community School Council. So that council has teachers, it has business members, it has community members. Deanna Creighton-Cook, our community school coordinator, facilitates and runs that meeting. And what I like about those 2 meetings is I sit there as an equal member on those boards. I don't have to run it. I am not the Instructional Council chair, and I'm not the Community School Council chair. I'm an active participant at the table, giving suggestions, but I'm listening to we all have an equal voice. And that's so powerful. So if it has anything to do outside of instruction, if it's programming, after school clubs, before school clubs, are we going to have a science night? Are we going to have a literacy night? Are we going to have a movie night for families? What can we do? Are we going to have a neighborhood cleanup effort? All of those things and those ideas come from that council. So those are the 2 veins at our school. And that's where all decisions are made. And there's lots of people at the table, including student council members who are 4th and 5th grade leaders at our school. They sit on community school council as well. So they have a voice. So I know there's so many other things that I'm missing, but those are just some of the highlights, and it's just so powerful. It's a lot of work, but we're all marching in the same direction.
Well, and I want to compliment you and just thank you. You have obviously done a great job of creating an environment where the community feels comfortable and where parents, volunteers, staff, students feel comfortable bringing innovation, have support for innovative ideas. So, again, you're really one of the shining stars of our community school movement. And,
thank you so much.
Do a great job. So I'd like to just switch a little bit and talk about a very exciting event that's coming up in April. Jose, can you
Yes.
talk about the National Community Schools Forum?
Right. So in April, we're fortunate enough to have the 2016 Community School National Forum, and the theme is Rising Together, Learning Across School, Family, and Community. So right here in our own backyard, we'll be having approximately 1,500 plus guests from all over the country and some parts of the world. Right here, there's about 125 different workshops that they could participate in. There is a discount for New Mexicans. For any New Mexicans, you can email me. I'm sure that'll be given a little bit later to find out what that code is, so I don't broadcast it. However, who should attend? We'll have everywhere from youth, parents, educators, of course, people in the health fields. We'll have nonprofits in multiple sectors. We'll also have elected officials there and high-level decision making. We'll have United Ways. We'll have unions, teacher unions there. There'll also be business people there. So no matter where you are, what a community school is, Peggy was describing how her decisions are made at her school and that the makeup of her community school council. If you think about that, that's all who will be at this national forum also. And if you look at our ABC Community School Partnership Board, you have that makeup, and even that board, how it runs its meetings, it's a collective voice from the people who all attend the meetings. So it's really a network of leaders on multiple levels that are making decisions for community school growth. So we're excited about the forum. So
Very excited.
They can email me. That's April 6th through 8th. They have the opportunity right now to sign up for some school site visits, as well as some programmatic visits. The homework diner Peggy was describing, and also a college career diner that's at Highland High School. They'll have an opportunity to sign up for that right now on the Coalition for Community Schools website, as long as registered for the forum. So we're excited. 2 months away.
You know, and I would extend that, the invitation to anybody who's interested in what's going on in education today. You know, what is, people who want to see what are some successful models for it, improving student performance. Right. And meeting the children's very basic needs, is a very key component of student success. So, it's not just for teachers, it's for anybody who has an interest in education in the state.
For any taxpayer.
Any taxpayer.
And if I may, there is a special viewing for those who aren't able to attend the forum on one of the model community schools across the country. It's Euler. It's open to the public. It's on April 6th at 7 o'clock inside of the Albuquerque Convention Center. So that's going to be open to the public. There'll be a link going out soon so they can RSVP, so we'll know how many, we can fill all the seats.
Nice.
If people are interested in helping with the forum, the business community, volunteers, parents, people interested in being part of the support system for this conference, what opportunities exist for that?
Many. So we need volunteers for registration. We need volunteers for site visits. We need volunteers for some receptions we'll be holding. There's many different opportunities people can volunteer in. Best way, if anybody's interested in volunteering, they can email us at communityschools@bernco.gov, BERNCO.gov. If they're interested in volunteering or learning more about what the forum is, they can go to that email, communityschools@bernco.gov, and we'll be more than happy to point them in the right direction.
And at a school level, we are one of the site visits. There's 15 schools in the Albuquerque area that are going to be site visits so that people can actually go. They're going to come in a bus and they're going to visit our school. They're going to see us in action. And so I know at my school, I need people to help make sure that my campus is pristine. So, make sure, right before we're going to do a walk around and make sure that there's no litter or anything like that. Wash windows or anything like that, just so that we put our best foot forward to the rest of the country and other parts of the world. Because I think a lot of times New Mexico gets a bad rap when it comes to education. All we ever hear is we're 49th, we're 49th, we're 49th. There's a lot of really good work going on, and there's a lot of things that are just really phenomenal. And so we want to put our best foot forward. At my school, we're taking a whole team to the conference, which includes some parents. So I really encourage people to go to your home school and find out, are we one of the 15 schools that are going to be a site visit? And what can I do here to help that? And if not, how can we get to that point where we are at the level to be a site visit? Because to be a site visit means that you're doing a lot at your school. So I just encourage people to check in at their school and help. And, you know, we're going to have visitors. So, you know, we just might need somebody to make some coffee. We might need somebody to, you know, hold some doors. You know, just, we need workers. We need workers.
And it's a great opportunity for those who want to invest in community schools right now.
Right.
As well. There's still sponsorship opportunities. So you're talking about an outreach across the country. And
Right.
I know there's some folks from Australia coming, and typically there's some folks from Wales who usually come as well. I don't know if they're registered yet, but so there are still some sponsorship opportunities available, which includes, you know, exhibitor and advertisement of people's local businesses too, whatever that may be, since it's such a wide range of participants.
And businesses through a sponsorship can get exposure
Yes.
to between 1,500 and 2,000 visitors to New Mexico. So,
Yes. And the community schools right now, and that's tracked, there's at least 40 states community school work going at least 40 states in the continental U.S. I don't know about Hawaii yet or Alaska.
we'll work on that.
Yes.
So I want to thank you for joining me today. I just want to tell our viewers, if you want more information about the Community Schools Partnership, you can go to our website, www.bernco.gov, and search for community schools. You know, I have to say personally, as you know, one of the real privileges of being a county commissioner is the opportunity to engage in initiatives like this. And this is something, you know, of which I'm really proud of Bernalillo County's role. You know, the city of Albuquerque, ABEC, you know, all the different partners, United Way, APS, you know, we have really grown something that is, you know, a national model. So it's really a privilege to be a part of it, and a lot of that is really due to people like you and all the different individuals who are involved in this. So thank you for being here today. Again, if you're interested, go to the Bernalillo County website and search for community schools. I'm Bernalillo County Commissioner Maggie Hart Stebbins, and again, I want to thank you for joining us for today's Conversations with the Commissioner.